Hello students, this is Yasser Azam. Welcome to my class. Today I'll be teaching you the chapter metals and non-metals. This chapter is for class 8. Class 8. This chapter is really interesting. Reason being, you see the things all around you made up of metals and non-metals. We talk about materials. We use this term generally in our life, materials. Materials are basically made up of metals and non-metals. But how we are going to recognize, how we are going to identify, and how we are going to understand the properties of metal. For that, we need to know some characteristic features, some physical properties of the metals. When we talk about metals, metals are generally hard solids like zinc, copper, tin, and they are sonorous, lustrous, malleable, ductile, and good conductor of heat and electricity. But at once, you cannot understand it instantly, so you need to understand it step by step. So the very first word which I have used for the metal is they are generally hard solids. Hard means they are able to carry the heavy loads, that is they have very strong, a very high tensile strength. But along with some hard metals, there are certain metals which are not hard. So they are, although they are metal, but they are not hard. So that is why we call them as exceptional metals, or the metals with exceptional properties. Like we can take the example of sodium. I am just writing the symbol, potassium and lead. These are the metals, but these are the soft metals which can be cut with the help of a knife. As I have said, metals are generally hard, means they are hard solid, but there is one exception, and that exception is mercury. Mercury is a metal, although it is a metal, but it lives in liquid state at room temperature. I repeat, mercury is a metal, but it lives in liquid state at room temperature. The symbol of the mercury is Hg. Okay, the next word which I am using for the metal is they are sonorous. Sonorous means it is one of the property of the metal that when they are hit by any other metal or any other object, they produce sound. This is called metallic clink or metallic sound. You can recall the example of a bell at your school. When it is hit by a hammer, it produces sound. That is called metallic clink. Okay. Best example you can take iron. Okay. Iron bells are generally hanged in our schools. Hard, sonorous, and then next property is lustrous. Metals have shine. Okay, they shine. So this property is called lustrous, or the metal is called luster. Metal is called lustrous and the property is called luster. How we can define that? We can take the example of gold and silver, platinum. They used to shine. Okay, that is why our mothers, sisters, they used to wear the jewelries, okay, made up of that ornaments. Some gents also wear the rings made up of gold or silver. Why? And platinum as well. Why they are doing so? Because they are lustrous. Okay, that is why we use it as an ornament. Hard, sonorous, lustrous. Next is ductile. Metals are ductile, means metals can be drawn into wires. This property of metal to be drawn into wire is called ductility, and the metal is said to be ductile. Okay, like silver, aluminium, copper, they can be made into wires. Now the next one is your malleable. It is a property of the metal that they can be drawn into thin sheets. Okay, you must have taken the sweets from the market and you would have seen there is a foil on the sweet, a very thin silver foil or gold foil. So what is this? This is a property of a metal that it can be drawn into very thin sheet. And the best example is aluminium foil, which you use to cover your food. So malleable is the property of the metal. Malleability is basically the property of the metal to get metals converted into thin sheet. And gold is one of the metal who has highest malleability. Now, next two properties are metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. Conductor of heat and electricity means they can pass the heat, they can pass the electric current as well. Okay, take the example, you can take an iron rod, okay, hold it from one side and light a candle to another side. Of after some time, few minutes, you will find that this portion is also getting hot. Although the supply of heat we are giving to one corner A, and let's suppose it is 1 meter, but after 1 or 2 minutes we are able to feel hotness here also. Why it is happening so? It means that this metal is conducting heat from this point to this point. So this proves that metal conducts heat. Okay. Now next property is metal conducts electricity. We can see it at our place also, at our home, like refrigerator, oven. So many options are there. So many electronic gadgets are there consisting of number of wires, and electronic gadgets like mobile phone and computers. They all are working with the help of wires attached in them, which are made up of metals. So metals are used for conduction of electricity. Okay. And the best conductor of electricity is silver. This was the basic outline for the metals. Okay, generally metal exists in solid states. Okay, now what are the properties and uses, other uses of metal, that will be discussed later in upcoming video. But for now, this is sufficient for the physical properties of metal. Now come on to the non-metals. For understanding non-metals, you need to reverse all the condition. As I have told you in metal sections that they are hard, sonorous, lustrous, ductile, malleable, and good conductor of heat and electricity. But now you have to reverse the conditions. Non-metals are generally not hard. They exist in all three states, solid, liquid and gas. They are not lustrous. Exceptions are always there, that I will tell you just a moment later. They are non-malleable, they are non-ductile. If they are not hard, then what they are? If they exist in solid state, what they are? They are brittle in nature. Means when you will hit them, when you will apply force on them, they will get converted into powdered form. They are brittle in nature. Okay. So when we talk about non-metals, they are brittle. They are non-lustrous. Although they are non-lustrous, but few non-metals, like let us take the example, graphite is an exception and iodine is an exception. They both are shiny, they both are lustrous, and they are not good conductor of heat and electricity, but graphite acts as a good conductor of electricity. Okay, so what we will be saying, graphite is an exception for conduction of electricity. Okay. Now some other exceptions are also there. Like when we talk about non-metals, we say that they do not conduct heat, they do not conduct electricity, but exceptions are always there, which we will be studying in the uses of non-metal. For now, you need to understand there are 24 non-metals. Okay, 118 elements have been discovered, out of which 24 are non-metal. Among these 24, as non-metal exist in all three states, like solid, like liquid, like gases. Solid, we can include number of examples we have about solid, like carbon, silicon. Okay, and when we talk about liquid, there is only one example. Means only one non-metal is there which lives in liquid state, that is bromine. As we have read in metals, that was mercury, which was liquid at room temperature. But in case of non-metals, the bromine is the only liquid, only non-metal which lives in liquid state. Okay. Now when we talk about the gases, so it includes 11 gases. 12 are solid, 1 is liquid, and 11 gases are there. Okay. You will read the uses of the gases in terms when we will discuss about non-metal uses of non-metals. But for now, you need to understand what gases they are: oxygen, hydrogen, neon, argon. Okay, fluoride. Fluoride is not basically fluorine. In natural form, it is found as fluorine, chlorine. Okay, these are the gases which are in gaseous state at ordinary temperatures. Their uses we will be discussing later. For now, you need to understand metals are generally hard, sonorous, lustrous, ductile, malleable. Okay, good conductor of heat and electricity. Exceptions are always there. If individually you are asked for the exception, you are required to answer. Otherwise, it is okay to define they are hard, sonorous, lustrous, malleable, and ductile. And when we are reversing the condition for the non-metals, they are not hard, they are brittle, they are non-lustrous, they are not ductile, they are not malleable. Okay, This was for the first session. In upcoming session, we will discuss about the chemical behaviors of the metal, how they react with the air, what they perform in presence of other metal. So let us see that in upcoming video. Till then, stay safe, stay at your home, keep working hard.